Today we are here with our next video of chapter 6, application of derivatives. Today is 16th June. The topic is increasing and decreasing functions. So first let us observe this graph. What is happening in this graph? See, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and the graph is going like this. First we'll be observing the graph towards right of the origin. हम इस तरफ का ग्राफ देखते हैं. This side you can see as the value of x is increasing, the value of fx is also increasing. We observe that as we move from left to right along the graph, the height of the graph continuously increases. Due to this, the function is said to be increasing for all real numbers x greater than 0. Right? So see, you can see this x is increasing and this y is also increasing. Now let us see towards the left hand side of the graph. We observe that as we move from left to right along the graph, the height of the graph continuously decreases. Due to this, the function is said to be decreasing for the real numbers x less than 0, means for all negative numbers. We know the numbers are increasing when we move from left to right, means minus 1 is the largest number, minus 2 is less than minus 1, and minus 3. Means the numbers are increasing towards this hand side, but the graph is maximum in the lowest number and minimum in the highest number. Means one is increasing and the other is decreasing. Then we say that the function is said to be decreasing for all real numbers x less than 0, means for all negative numbers. Again we can see as the x is increasing, y is also increasing. The graph is known as the increasing function. And towards the left hand side, as the x is, you can say like this also, as the x is decreasing, y is increasing, means these are opposite. Then we say that the given function is decreasing function for x less than 0. Now you can see into your books also, it's page number 199 page number, and we have to see few graphs for various kinds of function, when it is increasing, when it is strictly increasing, when it is decreasing, or when it is strictly decreasing. On page number 199, definition is there. Let I be an interval contained in the domain of a real valued function f, then f is said to be, see this graph, increasing on I if x1 is less than x2 in I implies that fx1 is also less than or is equal to fx2 for every x1 x2 belongs to I. You can see from the graph that when x1 is less than x2, the value of fx1 is also less than or equal to fx2, and when it is equal, then we can say there that is equal also. Then we can say that it is increasing on I. See when it is strictly increasing. For that we have to see this graph. Condition is if x1 is less than x2 in I, then fx1 is also less than fx2 for all x1 x2 belongs to I. Means just see here, the graph is only increasing as the value of x is increasing. There is no is equal to. Here you can say it is fx1 is equal to fx2, but here there is no is equal to, only less than. Third is decreasing on I if x1 is less than x2 in I implies that fx1 greater than is equal to fx2 for all x1 x2 belongs to I. You have to remember this. See how it is shown in the graph. x1 is less than x2, then fx1 is greater than is equal to fx2, means the function is greater. I already told you, as soon as the value of x is increasing, the value of y is decreasing. Means x1 was less than x2, but fx1 is greater than or is equal to. See this? This straight line shows that is equal to is also included. So it is known as the decreasing function. Now what is the difference between strictly decreasing? In strictly decreasing, there will be no is equal to. The graph will be like this, means as x is increasing, the value of y is decreasing. For all x1 less than x2 in I, fx1 is greater than fx2 for all x1 x2 belongs to I. And the last thing, fifth part, when will be there the result that in some interval it will be increasing and on the other interval it will be decreasing. Then we'll write neither increasing nor decreasing function. Means sometimes it will be increasing and sometimes it will be decreasing. Here it is increasing, here it is decreasing. So we cannot say about this function whether it is increasing or decreasing. Now these were the theoretical portion, but how we will be doing the questions practically. So for that, some rules are there which we have to use for testing. See, it is theorem given in your books on page number 201. Test for increasing oblique decreasing oblique constant function. How we will be knowing whether it is increasing function, decreasing function or a constant function. So how we will be doing that? Let f be continuous on AB and differentiable on the open interval AB, that we had already read in a theorem in chapter number 5. Then f is strictly increasing in closed interval AB if f dash x is greater than 0. Means the derivative of that function should be greater than 0 for each x belonging to a to b with open intervals. Then it will be strictly increasing. When it will be strictly decreasing? When this f dash x will be less than 0. Less than 0 means when it will be negative for each x belongs to AB. And when f dash x is equal to 0 means when the derivative is 0, then we can say that f is a constant function. Right? Means f dash x greater than 0 means always positive, then the function will be strictly increasing. Less than 0 means we are getting negative result, then strictly decreasing. And when it is equal to 0, we can easily say that it is a constant function. Now how we will be doing the question? Suppose the question is, show that the function f given by fx is equal to x cube minus 3x square plus 4x, x belongs to R, is strictly increasing on R. This is the given function. Let's find out the derivative. The derivative becomes 3x square minus 6x plus 4. Like this we can write it out. Or I had broken this 4 into 3 plus 1. And out of these 3 elements I am taking 3 common, which will be formed like this: 3x minus 1 whole square plus 1. So this will be always positive since it is a whole square, and plus 1 again it will be positive only. So this means that f dash x, this is f dash x, is always greater than 0. So the condition 1 is there. What kind of graph will be there? It will be strictly increasing kind of a function. Right? Greater than 0 in every interval of R. Therefore the function f is strictly increasing on R. Let's do one more question for this. Okay, we'll be doing in the next video, where we'll be doing few more questions, because 6.2 many more things are there to be told how we'll be proceeding the questions. So here I am going to end. Have a nice day. Tomorrow we'll again come with the next video for exercise 6.2. Till now only you have to finish exercise 6.1.